getting high on your own supply. Yeah. Today, we're going to look at a technique that, for people who are very sensitive to energy, will result in a feeling of getting high or getting stoned. It can result in connection with the energies, and it can turn into having spontaneous kriyas, just like Kundalini activation, Reiki, spinal flow, all these things. How do we do it? What is it? Is it DMT breathwork? No, nothing to do with breathwork. We could say it is well, I know there are people out there that say breathwork and pranayamas have nothing to do with each other. However, yama means action or work and prana means breath. But breathwork has nothing to do with pranayama. It just shows the level of ignorance of those breathwork teachers or instructors. Breathworks are pranayamas, pranayamas are breathworks. If you read good good pranayama texts, you will see many of the breathworks in those books. However, this one you might not find. Because you might find it, depending on the book, but a lot of the pranayama breathworks and techniques are based on yogic breathing. This one is not yogic. This one is Taoist, or call it Taoist if you want. So it could be tantric, yes, because Taoism and Tantra have a lot in common. This one is the house of the Jade Emperor. It is a specific technique that we breathe in, and we can call it prana, we can call it chi, but instead of the regular breathing, pranic breathing or chi breathing, where you breathe the energy into your lungs and you pull the chi down to your lower dantian, we are going to we're going to breathe in through our nose. Very important here to keep your tongue touching just behind your top teeth, touching the roof of your mouth. And we're going to breathe the energy in. We're going to breathe in. We're going to feel the energy and the breath come up to our sinuses. From the sinuses, we are going to pull the chi, pull the prana, back into our head. But where do we pull it to? Oh, well, you're going to say pull it to the pineal gland. Well, no. Because the house of the Jade Emperor is technically not the pineal. The way it's described is if we look at three-dimensional geometry, it is a cube found right in the center of the head between the two hemispheres. That is how it is described. And what you're going to do, as I said, you're going to focus. If you're not very good at maths, you can focus on the shape of a cube, three-dimensional. If you're better at maths, focus, instead of a three-dimensional cube, focus a four-dimensional tesseract. The same thing. And you focus that in the center of your head. And very simply, all you're going to do, breathe in gently. When the air reaches your sinuses, you're going to separate the breath, so the breath goes down, and the chi, the prana, goes backwards into that space, into the tesseract, into the primordial space, into the void. Keep the tongue in the right place. What type of breathing do you do? You can do a slow belly breath, slow chest breath. Obviously, the best will be a full yogic breath, so belly, ribs, chest, full, complete breath. Slowly in, you reach the top. Slow exhale, you will notice it is just air coming out. The prana, the chi is in your head. At your own pace, at your own rate of breath. Because a healthy breath is 30 seconds on the inhale and 30 seconds on the exhale. Most Westerners tend to be between 4 and 10 seconds at most. Just go. You can practice this. Practice slowing your breath down. As your breath slows down, the whole sympathetic nervous system can turn to the parasympathetic. Stress can melt away. You can live longer. Your breath changes speed, let it change. And see, it already kicks in and on me reacting with a spontaneous kriya. Kriya, effortless action. My body is moving effortlessly and it is spontaneous. That's why it is called a spontaneous kriya. Just with every breath, the chi, the prana being sent to that place in your head. Your head will get lighter. The programmed mind will fade further away. Such a simple thing. And if you, like a religious person would say, devote yourself to the divinity, embrace the energy, connect with the energy, as a spiritual person might say. Worship the energy, whatever word you wish to use. I would just say, feel and allow. The more you breathe in, the more prana you pull through this cube or tesseract. higher you will go, all the more stoned you will feel. There will come a point that if you wish, you can look at that cinema screen of the prefrontal cortex, the mind's eye, your imagination, the visual one. You may just see a black white screen. Or you may see flashes of images, very typical to see first. The geometric shapes, sacred geometry. Anything the body wants to do, anything that wants to surface, allow it. You may feel coming through the video, through the screen, my energy, an energy transmission. I'm not doing it purposefully. Just happens. Just keep breathing, separating the prana, the level of the sinuses, taking it back into your head. Yeah, laughing, coughing, yawning, that can happen. If you're here, place a slight smile on your face, upon your mouth, just ever so slightly if it's not happening naturally. Notice what difference it makes. Whilst we're here, end of the video, leave a comment about your experience. If you've enjoyed this, you can feel the energy. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button, share with your friends on social media. Such a simple thing. Don't be surprised if you've turned on the mind's eye that more images come to pass. Just this simple exercise, if you are sensitive to the energies and you are a highly visual person, can result in a hallucinogenic experience, much like magic mushrooms. even ayahuasca. Simply by pulling the chi, the prana from the breath at the sinuses. How much does it cost to go on a journey? In certain countries it's illegal. You got to take flights, go to retreats, stay, pay for. It can cost several thousands. Simply with this practice, every day, 20 minutes, half an hour, an hour. If you don't feel it the first time with practice, this does not stimulate DMT, visions, the sense of feeling high, whole brain connection. By watching this video and simply practicing it. How much money have you saved? You do have to be sensitive to prana and chi to be able to do this easily. If you're not, learn the basics. Chi balls, basic qigong. If a teacher tells you, just go through the movements, this is how we move, that is not qigong. That is moving slowly. Qigong, you must be connected with the chi ball, with the energy flow, with prana. Because the whole point of Qigong is for the Qi to flow and to connect to it. You do this enough, it can quite easily result in some type of spiritual awakening. If you're interested in working with me more for private session, to learn more about this, to go deeper, for Kundalini awakenings, check my website, theawakenenergy.com. Come join me, learn. People think it's the Hindus that know the most, it's the yogic traditions that know the most. Kundalini activation is all the rage right now. It's all about the Hindus. Well, when Reiki came out, it was about the Japanese. People say there's more information in the yogic and tantric practices. Tantric is also Buddhist. Taoist. Kundalini is a very powerful thing within the Taoist traditions, not just the yogic traditions. It's actually in every tradition, but there are many Taoist techniques, powerful Taoist energy techniques. Whilst the Taoists might be very meticulous and get very complicated, doesn't have to necessarily. Of course, that is to take nothing away from the yogic and, even more importantly, Ayurvedic traditions. They are very important traditions. But to say they are the ones that know the most is to say you haven't researched the Taoist, the Buddhist, the Tantric traditions. Because you would never say that if you have traditional Chinese medicine. And not just Chinese, Japanese, Balinese, Korean. There are so many similar traditions. Just keep going, keep the tongue. And the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Finding it quite hard to speak now. We can start at the bottom with tantric, sacred sexual energy. We can start at the bottom, Shakti rising. We can start at the top with the house of the Jade Emperor. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment and share.